Hello and welcome to ENG 200 Section 11 here at West Oahu. My name is Andrew Burgess. I'll be your instructor this semester. I know I was listed as TBA on your course search, so here I am. My name is Andrew Burgess. Good to meet you. A little bit about myself. I am from Florida. I did my undergrad work in creative writing at Florida State University. My master's degree was in media and communication studies and PhD in rhetoric and composition. So I've been around for a long time. I've taught several, probably 7 or 8 semesters of courses. This is my first semester at West Oahu, so looking forward to getting into it. This is an online class. I'm trying to make it as personal as possible. So here I am. I didn't want to be an anonymous, just name and email address to you. I wanted you to get an idea of who I am. I'm really in. So some things about myself. I'm really into music. I used to play in a punk band back home, and I'm looking for a band to get involved in here. I've been in Hawaii for close to a year now, but before that I lived for the rest of my life in Florida. It's great to be here, though. Hopefully I'll learn a little bit about you guys as the course goes on. So that's me. I'll tell you a little bit about the course. The general course description, you can, back up a second. You can find this course syllabus in the email that I just sent you, so feel free to go ahead and click on that, download it, and go ahead and read through it along with me. Also, I'm going to be sending you the link to the course blog, which, just in case you don't see it, is ADVCOMP, so Advanced Comp 1115, our section number 11, and the year 2015 at .wordpress.com. So click on that link and also check out the syllabus. The course blog, you should know, is going to be our online home for everything this semester. Everything from videos from me, journal prompts, video response prompts. You're going to post all of your stuff there. Definitely keep up with the course blog because that's how everything's going to be happening this semester. I'm not going to be doing anything on Laulima, just so you know. Let's see, so I'm going to read the general course description, the boring part, so go ahead and bear with me. The goal of English 200 is to help you to grow as a writer. This course will build on the critical thinking and composing techniques you developed in ENG 100. So if you've taken ENG 100 here at UHWO, none of this should be too unfamiliar to you. And to provide you with additional rhetorical strategies for composing a variety of texts. And we are going to be composing a variety of texts in here. This course will approach composing as a recursive process of invention, outlining, drafting, researching, revising, and editing that involves careful rhetorical consideration of one's audience, genre, context, and rhetorical situations. So writing is a process. It's recursive. It goes around and around. It's not linear. And we are going to be exploring rhetoric, rhetorical situations, and questions of genre and context and purpose and all that good stuff. We're also going to see writing as a collaborative social act in here that requires participation from all class members. So to that end, the course is going to include workshops, group discussions, which again, all this stuff is a lot easier in a face-to-face setting, but I think that given the use of videos and blog posts, it's going to be as much like a face-to-face class as it can possibly be. Finally, as an intermediate composition class, ENG 200 will also help you hone your research and information literacy skills. You will explore how to locate and evaluate primary and secondary sources in research and to integrate those sources into your own texts. So we are going to learn some citation conventions and all that kind of stuff. The goal, though, is rhetoric. The goal is to create informed, persuasive arguments. More specifically, this particular section of ENG 200 is going to focus on pop culture and media and the way they interact with our lives, the way that media and pop culture affect us, the way that the messages in advertising and Netflix and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all these places that we're getting our information from, these things are all rhetorically based. They're all aimed at persuading us. They're aimed at helping us or causing us to shape the way we perceive the world. And so we're going to look at the deep rhetorical meanings in a lot of media that we kind of just take for granted every day. So it should be a lot of fun. The source text, the things you're going to be writing about are your own interests. So if you're really into anime, if you're really into, I don't know, Quentin Tarantino movies, if whatever it is you're into, radio, pop music, if you're a super huge Justin Bieber fan, whatever it is, we'll find ways to get your interests into our writing this semester. So I'm not going to make you read Shakespeare or anything like that, unless you really like Shakespeare, and then you're welcome to. All right, moving on. Course materials. Textbook, Gender, Race, and Class in Media. This is the 4th edition. It's by Gail Dines and Jean Humez. It is a fairly new edition, and you do need the 4th edition. So it might be hard to come by a used copy, but you can look on Amazon, see what you can find. It is going to be used quite a bit in this course, so I definitely recommend you pick one up. You're going to be way behind if you don't. So yeah, get it. Buy it this week. It's part of the homework. I will go ahead and post PDFs of our readings for the first 2 weeks, but after that, you're on your own, okay? You'll also need online access consistently to your email, because I'll be sending out all of the course announcements through email. So make sure you're checking that regularly. You'll need Microsoft Word or some other software for typing your papers. Could be Google Docs, could be Pages on Mac, but it needs to be something that you can compose papers and share them with us. You'll definitely need a WordPress account to comment on the blog and to upload videos to our course website. I've got a link on the syllabus for where to go to establish a WordPress account. Same thing goes for a YouTube account. You'll need to create one of those so you can create videos. YouTube has a great video editor embedded right in your browser window, so if you don't have iMovie or anything like that, not a problem. Just click Create Video on YouTube, and you'll be able to upload it immediately. And then you'll just copy the link to the video in our course blog. I will note that you cannot set your videos to private, or I won't be able to see them, so make sure we don't get into those troubles. Also, you cannot use your username with your YouTube account. For some reason, these two systems don't talk to each other. So if you already have a personal Gmail account, or if you want to create a new one for this course, that's fine. But you're going to need to create a YouTube account. Finally, an adventurous take on technology. Yeah, we're going to do some weird stuff in here. It's going to feel a little bit odd. I'm talking to the computer in my office right now. It feels a little strange, but trust me, this is the best way to get some good community happening in this course. So go ahead and have a good attitude. Be ready to take on technology in a fun way. Okay? There might be things that feel like they're failing miserably, but we're going to try it out. All right? I am totally adaptable. I'm open to trying new things, and so this semester that new thing is video. And I think it's going to work well. All right, work required in this course. Per UH requirements, you guys have to compose at least 16 typewritten double-spaced pages of finished prose for this course. So to make that happen, we're going to have 3 major projects. The first one is a snapshot media narrative, where you're going to talk about big moments in your life with media, and there will be more information coming out on all these soon enough. The second paper is going to be a rhetorical analysis, where you'll pick your own media example and do a case study and examine the rhetorical appeals and all that kind of stuff that go into the rhetorical messages in a particular instance of media. And finally, we're going to do a media activism campaign. This is not a traditional paper. We're not going to be writing a paper for this one. We're going to be actually picking a topic of your own and creating your own media campaign. So we're moving from examining ourselves as media consumers to media critics to media creators. Okay, so that's the course of the semester. Other components are process feedback. You're going to have at least 1 peer workshop, maybe 2 on each project, where you'll actually email your papers back and forth to each other and give comments. And you're also going to have 1 conference with me for each paper, where we actually either meet in my office if you happen to be here on Oahu, or we'll do Skype or a phone interview or a phone conference. So either way, you're going to hear my voice, you're going to talk to me about your paper, and we're going to get some good feedback that way. All right, the last component here is weekly responses, your video responses, and your blog journal. So 1 of those per week, not too heavy. Okay, that's the basic breakdown of our course. Let's see. Grade evaluation, project 1, 2, and 3 are all worth 20%. Written journals and video responses are worth 15% apiece, and participation and attendance in workshops and conferences is 10%. So basically, you can't get away with not doing any one component and still get an A in the course. All right. So the big thing is that you take part in the process of composing. That I know you are not just turning in a paper at the last minute. So again, your project grades are going to be made up of not just the final text, but the entirety of the process. So I'm going to look at how much you participated in the workshop and how much you've revised from draft to draft. On the course of these papers, I will see them all in many different forms, and so it'll be obvious if you're just trying to turn in the same thing over and over again. The goal, again, is to help you see writing as a process, not as some kind of mad dash to the grade, okay? So we're trying to learn as much as we can about as many topics as we can in here. Anyway, I think I'm going to cut and go to the next video.